Hi and welcome. I'm going to take a few moments and sage and wait for a few people to show up. This next hour I'm going to be doing some readings, and this is a session of the Venus Dream Divining Hour. I'm going to be calling cards for each individual sign, and then do an open session reading later if you guys want to join in after each sign. And you can ask questions if you like. You guys heard the new Ghosteen album from Nick Cave? That's what we're listening to now. So I hope everybody's doing well tonight. I'm just going to turn that off because I don't want it to interrupt our readings. So, as I was meditating a little earlier, I thought, what am I going to bring you guys tonight? And I was picking up that a lot of people are really desiring divine unions, soulmate unions, and relationships with meanings that can progress into something for their own spiritual progression in an emotional fashion. So these cards tonight are going to be talking about that and bringing in fun, bringing in sensuality. So anybody who is under the age of 18, skedaddle, because we're going to be using cards with nudity in them and probably some sexual talk. So away you go. And come back another time when we're not using those cards. All right. So we're going to begin with the energy of Aries, and we'll see what's going on with you guys with what we can pull down for this fun energy and for this sensual energy. So we have healing for Aries. That's the first card here. I'm just going to lay them down so I can take a look. So I want to go into your Akashic records and see what it is you're contending with. We have the War of the Roses. That's very interesting. All right. So I'm just going to take the two of these things here. So when I think of the War of the Roses, if you guys have seen the movie, come on. I mean, like, there's tug-of-wars going on left, right, and center in all of your environment. So Aries, whatever it is that you're contending with on the physical plane, within the, I feel like on the astral, in your subconscious, you're contending with working out these wars within your mind and settling with what you've had to contend with in the past. And I am feeling like if you guys are in a relationship where you are going through separation, now's the time for healing. Now's the time to separate yourself from that energy. As we go into these new cycles within the Aquarian age, what begins to happen is all the stuff that was not working before for you, that you've worked so hard to contend with, there's an emotional sort of, I'm feeling an emotional sort of scarring that's going on within this relationships of past and possibly right now. And so if this is something going on in the past, know that this is the time that this is going to heal completely. So let's see also what here, Aries, that might give you a little bit further direction on this, on the physical plane. Here, yeah, this is also balancing emotional energy once again. So all of these three cards are contending with other people's energies, balancing that and bringing things into your own contented balance. So you're doing a lot of juggling right now. I want to bring in the romance angels for you. A lot of you may be dealing with healing finances, Aries, and romantic feelings. So you guys are calling in this I feel this energy of joy and fun, but there's a healing that has to take place from this bitterness and past. So if you guys are hanging on to any kind of emotional energy, that is what you must do. I feel like expressing yourself romantically is a very wise idea. So if you are feeling drawn towards a certain romantic situation, Aries, it's now time to be speaking up and expressing yourself correctly so that the other person hears you. And that's part of what I'm feeling is going on here. So with this card, I feel like there's a lot of nurturing. There's a lot of romantic feelings between you and another person that you're wanting to grow into. I'm going to tell you something though. If you bring any of this nonsense in with this, then that's what's going to stop the joy. That's what's going to stop this passion. So you have to let go of what's gone on. You can't step into a relationship with all of the problems that you've had in the past. And I'm sensing a lot of you maybe have been through quite a few relationships where you have not been able to express your emotional energy correctly. So Aries, what I'm sensing here on a note here, I would say to you, concentrate on your financial situation if you're single. I mean, even if you're in a relationship, I feel like contending with that is going to allow you to feel a little bit more comfortable so that you can contend with what has happened in the past and heal from that energy. All right. And I do feel that, Aries, that you nurturing somebody else, with this card here, I do feel like you nurturing. When you look at this, obviously, there's a lot of tenderness within this relationship here in the card. But when you are expressing your love, you have to be very nurturing. And I'm going to tell you, I feel this heart energy where the scarring is in the heart chakra. So allow the person, I feel like when you're connecting with the other person, if you do, then it has to be really heartfelt. If it's not true in that true romantic feeling, don't settle for what you know is not correct, okay, guys? I feel like just because you feel alone does not mean that you have to be lonely in that state. And I'm really kind of sensing that for you, Aries, okay? All right, so like I said, if you guys want to ask questions at the end, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to pull cards for you guys. So, all right. So for Taurus, you have death and rebirth. Okay, it's a beautiful card right now. I do feel like maybe as a progression from the last reading that you have contended with a great deal of emotional energy from the past. You're ready for the rebirth. You have going through this Mercury retrograde in the Scorpio season. We're really contending with deaths and rebirths. So you, I feel, have got this right here, Taurus. Look at that egg of energy. That golden egg of energy is now ready to birth. Okay, so it's like lighting up. So whatever it is that you're working on here, Taurus, that's amazing. That's really good. I like to see that. I feel like there's been a lot of painful deaths within this death period, but the rebirthing part is the time now. So you got the lightning bolt. That's very exciting here, guys, in your love life. For sparks to come in your love life and have this glow energy. I'm sensing those Tauruses who wish to have pregnancy right now. Very good time for that. Number one. Number two, if you're not having that, any of the ideas that you are contending with, like within businesses, very good ideas, and it's time to put that forth right now. I do feel like it has to do also maybe it has to do with the environment. Somehow your business has to work alongside with the environment right now. And I don't know what that is that I'm feeling, but there's something going on about maybe the fires in Australia. I'm not sure who's watching this, so maybe some of you are in Australia and dealing with that. I feel like that whatever is going on down there feels like death and rebirth, like a whole cleansing situation happening on the astral plane. And I'm going to tell you, like, the energy of Venus, I call this session the Venus Dream Divining Hour because Venus works very well on our emotional state with our dream time. So I feel like something is going on here, Taurus, with this energy. So whatever your connection is with that, I feel like, pardon me, maybe what you're contending with is something along the same energies as those fires. So I got 2 cards snuck in here. Ooh, interesting. Look at that. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands. So we have a match in vibrational energy for romantic feelings. I'm feeling most of you Tauruses are women who are watching this, so you're contending with money. Those women that are women, the men are contending with a lot of thinking right now. You're trying to plan, and you're feeling like you want to go and do something, and it's hard to put this plan in motion. But now, maybe you've been waiting for the correct time, Taurus. Now is the time for that to push this energy forward. So let's see a little bit further what energy you want to push forward. That is interesting how those 2 cards snuck in. I thought I was holding 1 card and they both snuck in. So that is something that you may be contending with. Look at this. You got, well, I'm not going to take those 2 cards. So you got very soon, and I felt like that. I feel like this, whatever's coming in, it's very soon. So let's just see what the pan energy is coming in. So the feminine energy, so that means that you're receptive to this coming in very soon at this moment. And let's just see what the other projective energy is, what it is that you want to, so look at this. Oh my God. Taurus, what is going on with you guys? You guys got the world. I mean, look at this. Look at this, Taurus. Look at whatever it is that you're going through. I feel like also maybe some of you are going through some legal situations. It's time to get this thing settled. Whatever it is that you've contended with, it's dealt with. It's done. The fruition is here. Whatever is left, if you guys have dealing with maybe divorce and like, well, everything's settled down, maybe you got something to work with. And I feel like Taurus, whatever it is, it's moving you forward into this soulmate energy and connection that you have not experienced in the past. This is something very new for Tauruses, I'm feeling, to this extent. Like this, I feel like the energy that opened up yesterday, the planetary alignment, Venus pushed something through there for you guys very strongly in your alignment. So if you guys are Venus, if your Venus placement is this is very exciting for you, especially. And if this is your moon sign, the expression of this is coming out of your subconscious very, very strongly. So don't be surprised if you have dreams of like excellent relationships coming towards you. And Tauruses, if you have met somebody recently, this is divine union. Growth. That's what I'm feeling, and the soulmate energy. If you are not in this relationship or it's new, it's coming in. It's growing to soulmate energy. I can't believe what I'm feeling for people. Like if you guys have gone through a rough time and you're feeling at this time that like, oh, I can't ever have a correct relationship. That's sort of the energy that I'm feeling on the collective consciousness going around. And a lot of people are like, what is going on with people? Why are people behaving in certain ways that are so unproductive for relationships? And I'm feeling like everybody's pushing through that little last piece right now. And like these fruits are coming out so soon. Like I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot this month, but at the same time, it's in different points at different areas where you need to apply it. So when you're listening to these readings, really think more on the positive thing about what it is that you want to manifest, because your dreams and your thoughts are floating around in your aura like big neon signs saying, this is what I want, towards another person, and it's all energetic, and you don't even know that these are all psychic connections, but this is how our energy fields work. So I don't know why that came in for you guys, but for everybody, but I just needed you guys to know that that's what's going on right now, okay? So in the energy of Gemini, you have wisdom. Wow, that's really great. So you guys may be getting a lot of energy brought to you through your dream time right now. So if you're having dreams, really, I would suggest writing your dreams down. Dream recall is really, really important. If you don't remember your dreams, you may now. And I would say to you before you go to sleep, definitely think about remembering your dreams. When you wake up in the morning, you lay still, you don't move, open your eyes, you don't move a muscle. And then you just sit for a moment and you let your mind relax enough. You may remember one little word of a dream or one little piece of a dream. If you write that down and then you carry energy on through your day, you'll start to remember, most likely, later on in the day, your dreams. Something or somebody will remind you of something and you'll remember your whole dream. That's how you begin to remember your dreams, okay? I'm not sure why Geminis need to understand that clearly, but you do. So, wisdom. That's maybe where you're getting your wisdom, all right? So, if you want joy, right now in your life, sands of time, look at this. Gemini, I feel like whatever it is that you're contending with in your love life right now, this is not something that you have not seen in the past, okay? So you know what's coming for you, and you see that the correct way of what you want your life, but do not settle. That's what I'm feeling. Don't settle for something that you don't want. So you have wisdom, and you have experience behind you. The experience that you've had in the past has brought you this wisdom. Don't push this aside now just because you want what you want. And something might be presenting itself very clearly to you guys. So I feel like you guys got choices here about who you're... Look at, guys. Look at. Your receptive energy for your psychic ability right now is very, very strong. So you want to pay attention to your inward feelings. If you're not feeling this relationship, if you've met somebody and you're not really, if you're feeling something's off, it's off. If you're feeling, and that's what I'm sensing. I'm not sensing that this is something that, oh, I want to go towards this. I'm sensing that you're having the wisdom to make decisions, clear decisions about what's not healthy for you. And you know what? I feel like you guys are dodging a bullet here. I'm telling you, I feel like you're dodging a bullet, and you're like, shit, you're kind of floating energies around, but you're like, you know what? I've seen this pattern before. I don't want to get into that. And you know what? You totally do. You miss this thing, and I feel like you're going towards something that is much healthier for you here. Separation. Look at whoever you're dealing with. There's a separation involved. Now, I'm not saying this could just be also separation of like distance or time. So you may be physically apart from the person that you're wanting to contend with. So you also may have wisdom to wait for what's coming to you correctly. Now, so I feel like there's, so there's two things going on here, Gemini. Someone's close to you that may not be, that's convenient, but may not be the best for you. And you're seeing that maybe somebody at a distance is possibly worth the wait through the time and the distance, okay? So Geminis, that's what you're contending with. And here is the last card to bring in the sexual passion through the pan energy here. We have the Nine of Wands. So you're contending with a lot of like communication back and forth. The communication right now might not be too clear, but you're sort of sensing that you're feeling an energy coming in here, Gemini, from what you've known in the past. So I do sense some strong energy that you're maneuvering through with a lot of wisdom. I feel like a lot of passion's coming in for you. It feels very strong. Connection that's coming in, but you have to be very careful that you're not letting something in that is damaging your aura. I feel like you intuitively know the person I'm talking about here, Gemini, okay? So we're going to move into the energy now of Cancer, and we'll be doing an open question after when I'm done going through all the signs, okay? And there's the card there. All right. So we're contending with duality here. I feel like Cancer, you may be facing a situation where you're with somebody who, if you're not together with somebody, I feel like you're like dating someone and they want you to move in with them. That's what I'm feeling, like moving, the energy of moving in together. Also, that may be here, Gemini, same, Cancer, sorry. Maybe same-sex couples that I'm talking with right now that are here. So this is for Cancer. I want this one. All right. Okay, so I do feel here that those of you who are contending with a relationship, you're working with, I feel like working out your ancestors here are, you may be having dreams with ancestors. You may be like people who have passed on in your family who are working with you. And if you are not having dreams, they're definitely coming to you on a psychic level, even if you're not aware of this, okay? They're helping and guiding you through your love relationships. They want you to, I feel there's something going on in the past here that you need to contend with. I feel like if there's relationships, if there's separations with marriages, that kind of thing, I feel like if you want this to come in correctly, you have to contend with what has happened in the past, Cancer. If you don't like cut those ties of the marriage that is no longer working, or if you're living with somebody that is no longer working, or there's some back and forth energy here, I feel like that here, Cancer, that you are making a clear decision to get your things in order. And I feel like your ancestors are backing you up on this, because without this, you're not going to get this in a happy way. You're always going to have this contention going on with battle back and forth about where you're going to live and who you're going to live with. And so I feel like you finally stand up to the energy of moving through, look at that. I also feel some Cancers that at this time, you also may be dealing with somebody being pregnant if you are in another relationship and have not contended with an old one, that somebody is pregnant, so you may have be forced into this. So if not, I do feel like you are mastering this energy. Also, if you want a pregnancy, this is coming forth for you right now. Also, there may be something along the lines of when you move in with another person here, Cancer, that you will be starting up possibly a new job, a new business, something along that line comes in a little bit more for you. Look at this, deception. There is energy going on, I feel, maybe with a separation in the past that there has been some deception with. I do feel like you have guidance through this, and this person's not going to get away with this. Whatever you're facing here, Cancer, that you're afraid of, that you don't want to release, this person has manipulated you financially and has through a lot of deception. And if it's not them, guys, if you're doing this, you got to straighten this around, because you got to come clean. And you know what? Look at, if something's going on in a separation and you're in the position where you have to pay out karmically, if you do that and that person is taking more than what they should, you feel karmically, trust that they will get what they deserve right now, and trust that karmically you are doing what you must to pay that debt off. If that's what you got to do to end this, then do so, because what's coming for you is so much more than you could possibly even fathom, what your brain can imagine right now. So I'm telling you, as you go on, if you release this and contend with what's going on, cut your losses, I'm telling you, cut your losses there, you will grow into a fabulous relationship with the person you're with, Cancer. All right, so the last card here, yep, moving in, look at this. You guys have passion. There's a lot of sexual chemistry going on here, Cancer, so that's an amazing match. You've got to release this deception energy going on in the background, though, okay? And I'm feeling like you want a specific person, and you don't think that you can have everything with it. And I'm telling you, you're going to have your cake and eat it too if you just cut your losses. That's what I'm sensing, Cancer. cut your losses, okay? And that's going to bring you in the passion and the joy that you want within your relationships. If you don't have one and you're contending with cleaning up some financial messes, telling you, do it. You're going to do it. You're going to be so happy. Come next summer, you will be so happy. I promise you, you'll be messaging me saying, Edie, you were so right. By next summer, my whole life is straightened out. It was so hard. I did it, but I did it. And it's good, okay? I'm telling you, it's a birthing. All right, now, Leos. All right. So I hope everybody's doing well tonight. I haven't been really paying attention to the messages. Kind of hard when I'm channeling a little bit. So I hope everybody's doing well. And if you want to hang around till later, we'll be pulling some cards, and you can ask questions when I'm done. Okay, going through all the astrological signs. Okay. So Leos, and remember, you're not just your sun sign, your first sign. You are also, you have a moon, you have a Venus, and you have a Jupiter sign. So your Venus sign is contending mainly with your relationships, and your moon sign is dealing with your subconscious, the things that you don't know about yourself that are trying to have soul expression and want to come out. Your first sign expresses your personality only, basically, and it's your expression of that. And your Jupiter is your money. So if you guys know your natal chart, it's highly advisable to apply all those different signs to your thing. You need your birth time for that. And I will provide a free natal chart in the description when I'm done the video, so you guys can access those that information for yourself. You'll be able to apply the 5 different readings if you do that within my signs in those areas of your life. So if you guys do know anything about astrology, it's wise to apply those things to my readings, not just listen to one sign, okay? And if you have a partner, you listen to their sign and what's going on. It gives you a really good insight about what they're contending with, and it gives you understanding so that you can have understanding with the vibrations that they're working with too, okay? And yours, and how to match the two together. All right, so now we're going into Leos, I said, right? Oh my gosh. All right, enough shuffling. There we go. So working with the energy of water, where I feel here, Leos, that there is some finances coming in for you guys. I feel like there's like a lot of like abundance. So something that you have done has come to fruition. It comes to a really balanced energy of flow, I'm feeling. That's really exciting. So let's see what on the astral plane. I feel like you guys, Leo, have tapped into something of your soul expression with finances. So that means you're matching the vibration of calling in soulmate energy correctly. This is the card here. Valerian. So you may be contending with learning, having some spiritual energy come towards you right now. I feel like, Leo, you may be searching for spiritual energy, and there's where you're going to find your peace, and bringing that element into a relationship with another person is where your balance is going to come in. I feel like dreams, you're going to have like dreams of things you've never dreamt before. I feel like this week hidden energies are going to come out in your dreams. Pay attention to them. Strongly, I'm feeling that. Okay, let's see what else we got going on here. Okay. Look at, you guys may have, I'm going to put that there. I'm going to just take this. You may be coming out of depression from dealing with, I feel like betrayal from the past. I feel like your ancestors have guided you through this. When I look at this card here, I feel like a lot of ancestry around you, guidance. I also feel like there is religious factors happening within this, Leo, that this is why part of the depression is going on. Like, I feel like there has been some conditioning on your part from past that that has caused you to look at something a certain way within relationships that was really like too structural and too dogmatic. And so now you're realizing, hey, that's not where I need to be. I don't need to be in that situation. That's just getting me nowhere. I feel like you're more in a flow right now. So if you guys are in a single, if you guys Leos are single right now, I feel like that's where your flow is. That's where you're going to find your groove. And I'm going to tell you, I feel like, I don't know what's going to come out here with the romance angels, but I kind of feel like maybe right now dating is a good idea for you, and not so much attachment, but just going out and enjoying yourself and having dates with a few other people. That's what I'm sensing very soon. We have here, look at, I do feel that. I'm not feeling like one particular person come in. I'm feeling like you should date a few people here, Leo. I feel like you should go out and have some experiences. But I feel like you have to clearly decide what you want. I am sensing that the people that you're dating here, Leo, are very good people. You're not going to date like what you have in the past. Look, we have the same world card come out. We just, I think, had that. I can't remember who was for Gemini. Look at this, guys. Whoops, I've got it upside down. I feel like everything that you want in your life is coming out right now. I do feel like you want to get over this sort of depressive state. Let's drop that card. I'm not picking it up again. I feel like you want to get out of that depressive state with that Ten of Swords. You're moving out of it, and you're going into very passionate energies. But I feel like here, Leo, that you date quite a few people, and that's where your fun is right now. I feel like you gotta experience a few different people and see where it is that you want to sort of, I feel like, not let this energy in your life. Okay, you guys, I'm getting to those signs, Capricorn and Aquarius and all those signs a little bit later. Give me a few moments and I will get to them, okay? So, Leo, that was your reading. We're going to move into Virgo now. After the signs, I'll be pulling cards for everybody, so you're more than welcome to stick around after the initial readings for each individual sign. Think about what you want to ask, and I'll pull signs for you guys, pull cards for you guys. Okay, ooh, that's a little interesting here, Virgo. Some wisdom coming in from the ethers. I'm feeling like from past lives. You guys may have understood some very strong alchemy in past lives. I'm feeling that you're calling in. So, let's see what else is going on here. I hope everybody's doing well this evening for those who just joined. The Lookout. So, Virgos, those of you who are not attached, I feel like you guys are definitely wanting that. You're trying to call that energy in right now. When I was pre-shuffling these cards and I was preparing them for the reading, this card popped out like 5 times. I'm not kidding you when I shuffled. So this is really something for maybe everybody to be paying attention to also, not just Virgos. But Virgos especially, you want to be on the lookout for what's coming in. I feel like this wisdom from past energies has experience coming in for you. So let's see where it is that you're working with. I feel like you, okay, so I'm picking up this dragon energy. I'm feeling like the energy of the dragon may be protecting something you have been working with for a long time. Look at this. This is something okay, guys, Virgos, you're tapping into something psychically. You have set something in motion. I feel like, Virgos, that you have had a psychic sort of connection about what you want. And I feel like here I feel like, Virgo, that you are psychically tuning into exactly what you need for the person that you want to call in your soulmate energy. and you have set some magic in motion. I'm not sure if maybe some of you have done actual like magic, but whatever it is that you've done, you're on the lookout for what you've set in motion. If you've just thought in your mind, like I would think the purest white type of magic is thinking about what you want to manifest in the mind, and it literally changes chemically, and the matter in and around your energetic field, I'm sensing here, Virgo, for calling in what you want. So if you've done that work, you have used your mind energy to project what you want, and you're now on the lookout for what you called in. So let's see what the romance angels have to say about this work that you've done. Whether it's in your mind or whether you've actually done some spell work, like actual like candle magic or something like that is what I'm seeing, or something of that nature. Honeymoon, guys. So either you have connected in recently with someone and there's some honeymoon energy going on, or you will be calling this in for yourself very soon. That's what I'm sensing. Okay, I want to see what Pan has to do. I feel like some of you may be taking a trip here, Virgos. You have, well, there may be, look at, I'm not sure here exactly what's going on, but there is energy of finances, new romance. I feel like there has been some spell work, some magic. There has been some thoughts about what you want to manifest, some clear thoughts. I feel like they're coming to fruition here, Virgo. That's amazing energy. So, oh, thank you, Caitlin. Nice. That's nice of you to do that. So with Virgos here, I don't know. I feel like this energy hasn't come in yet. I feel like whatever you have set in the past in motion, it has not come in yet, but it's coming in this coming week. That's what I'm sensing here. So you have conjured up something, and I'm not sure, like, I don't know. I feel like it has been like actual magic that you have done. So if you have done that, I feel like it's okay. It's okay. There's not anything that is going to harm anybody. I feel like it has come from a place of wisdom, and you're on the lookout for it to come in. So, maybe, I feel like there's a psychic connection with the person that you're calling in. You may be calling in actually somebody from your past. Some of you may be calling in somebody from your past. You may feel a soulmate connection with somebody that you had a past relationship, and it may be manifesting into a relationship again, I'm sensing. That was a little bit of an interesting reading, but I mean, I was picking up a lot of things about what it is that you're manifesting is going to come forth. So keep your focus, keep it strong. I think that what you have set in motion is definitely coming to fruition right now. If you haven't thought about what it is that you want, Virgo, which I highly doubt, but if you haven't, it feels like you need to really set clearly your intentions of what you want. So magic, magic, pure white magic is just thinking of what you want and holding that vibration very steady, okay? And so not letting go of it, not letting anything interrupt it, not talking about it, just holding it, okay? So be patient with that. All right. So Libras, sensing also a very ethereal energy come in. I feel like people who are in relationships, there's somebody, your partner is bringing you a gift. That's what I'm feeling. Your partner's bringing you a gift. They may be like literally, like may buy you, like come home and be like, hey, look what I got for you. I feel like this is a new relationship. Some of you have just moved in together or working that energy out of moving together. I just flew cards down. Sorry. Okay. Reflection. I feel definitely here some of you Libras may be wondering about, it's an exciting time. I feel like moving in together, starting new relationships, real balance with coming in with things. I feel like some Libras though some Libras haven't manifested this quite yet. It's still like sitting in your emotional energy. That's what I'm feeling here. Sitting in your emotional energy. So if you are reflecting on what you want, you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to be thinking about the things that you want to come in. Don't be surprised if you get a gift this week, though. I'm really feeling if you are, oh, look at this card flipped over. I'm going to take it just because of intricacies and industries. So you may be coming up with some good ideas for business as well. So you're supposed to be working on both your relationship and finances, and you may be meeting somebody at work, but this person doesn't feel like it is a romantic connection. It feels like it is a business venture that is benefiting for you, and they feel your worth. So you also may be meeting someone here, Libra, if you're not attached, that feels your worth, and the person you're with definitely feels your worth. I feel like you have put down arguments and fights of the past. There may be somebody coming back into your life, trying to sneak back into your life that is not healthy for you. You've put this fight down. You've walked away from this situation. Good for you. I feel like what you have now, the people are really respecting you for what you want. You're in correct relationships right now here. That's what I'm sensing. Whoops. Okay, I keep getting this very soon card, so I'm going to ask for a different card from the Romance Angels. We know things are happening very soon. Past life relationship. Wow, you guys, that's really awesome. Look at that. So, wow, past life relationships. This is a great connection. So you know what? That's why this feels so good. Because your energy, you've wanted this for a long time. I feel like maybe some of you Libras have called in this relationship from the past. Look at, I'm going to tell you something. Okay, a couple of cards have come out here, but I'm just going to take this one on the top. So I am feeling like this energy come in from the past life relationships. I feel like you've had something happen in the recent past with this, and very soon that card that came out before, we'll take it along with this. This is the time that this energy comes forth. That's really amazing. That's really great. I feel like what you want is coming to fruition. I'm happy for you, Libras. Very happy for you. I feel, you know what? I feel like, Libra, you have contended with a great deal of problems in your romantic life. I feel like a lot of you have had a lot of, I can't even tell you, like ups and downs with relationships, and nothing has been correct. And each time has been a further growth that you think is correct, but it's like, as you go through it, you're like, it's not correct. And Libras, you know what? I feel like now it's correct, and this is it for you. This is the relationship that you've been dreaming of. So that's amazing for you. I'm so excited for you. So Scorpio, thought. It's the card we have. I'm going to pull out another card here. I feel like some of the energies that you're conjuring up are also contending with somebody from the past. The Buddha prepares. Look at. So I'm going to tell you, Scorpio, what I feel like you're contending with right now is an energy of having the Buddhic mind to transcend the energy of desire. I feel like you may be missing somebody from your past, Scorpio, that you are trying to transcend and truly release because you know this person's not healthy for you from the past. I feel that very strongly here, Scorpio, for you. So, yep, look at juggling energies. Look at that. You are juggling and contending with energies that are of mixed emotions from the past. So you are mastering releasing in the Aquarian age speech that's coming in. What we are all contending with is releasing over attachment to past relationships. And I feel like this past relationship was extremely toxic for you, Scorpio, and you are now in that quiet mind. You're learning to be in the quiet mind, balancing those emotions, putting it in the past, and conjuring up something that you want for your future that has a spirituality, helps balance you and some of the things that you don't like about yourself. Look at that, codependency pops up. As I was just feeling like, I feel like, you know, that you have a tendency to, with this past, this codependency, you're trying to break through with this quiet Buddhic mind here, Sagittarian, and you're, sorry, Scorpio, and you're moving through this energy, and you're like, I'm done with that. I'm not contending with that anymore. I'm not going back into that. I don't care how much this person wants. And I feel like there's someone coming back for you here, Scorpio, that is being quite pushy about that they want this, and it's not the correct thing. I am sensing you moving towards more something a little bit more balanced. The theme of this is Pan and Venus, and you know what? Pan and Venus together, those energies are fantastic. You're going to have a beautiful relationship coming. You're conjuring the correct energy coming in for you. You may also want somebody, I feel like here, Scorpio, what I feel like is you have had a codependent relationship, long-term relationship that you're releasing, and you have been off and on with that person. And in one of those times of those off persons, you dated someone else that you feel is your soulmate, and you are going to go back to that person. Okay? That's what I'm sensing. Those of you with a Scorpio moon, I feel like this reading is especially for you. Okay? So, now, Sagittarian. I'm going to go through all the signs. I have a couple more, Sagittarian, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. I've done all the rest. And so you can look in the beginning and see when we're done the video. And also I'm going to be pulling cards for each person who has a question if they wish. All right. So Sagittarian, we have here self. So I feel here, obviously, you're concentrating on the self and what is good for you in balance, what's going to bring you peace. I also here am feeling an energy of expression through the Gemini energy. You have the Queen of Keys. I feel like you are looking at something, a project right now, Sagittarian, that is a vast project that you are filling in details with. You are contending with paperwork. You're writing out like plans. I feel like checking things. I don't know. I'm sensing some of you may be dealing with the courts like there's something going with paperwork for sure, with business. Maybe some of you are creating a new project at work. Some of you may be traveling for work as well at this time a lot within this next year. You may be public speaking. You may be, I feel like working with, some of you may be working with the internet or international travel. King of Swords. I feel like you're cutting out people who are manipulative around you. I feel like there has been some sort of chameleon in and around you that has worked its energy around you for taking advantage of your energy and stopped you from actually doing what you need to do. And I feel like this person has dragged energy from you here, Sagittarian, that they wanted their will over yours, and so the relationship was imbalanced. I feel like you're moving towards the things that you need to do, that they've pulled you away from in the past. You're working things to correct. I feel like spirituality is really, really important right now, and that's what's going to bring you that passion and that joy within relationships. If you bring that peace in, your home life is going to be a lot happier. That's what I'm feeling, guys. Whether you are in a relationship or not, I feel like Sagittarians right now, you may be dating a lot. Some of you Sagittarians have a lot of options. Look at that passion. That's really great. I feel also that there's a lot of trust in yourself and what you're doing. You're very happy in what you're doing, and you're like putting your best foot forward. Somebody around you has tried to pull one over on you in more ways than one. And I feel Sagittarian is not just with a romance. I feel like it has been with money, and you're just like, screw that. I'm not letting that overtake my life anymore. You see what has gone on. You've put your foot down. You're no longer allowing this person to manipulate energy with you. You are bringing in the correct passion in your, I feel like in your spiritual life, which also filters down and then into your finances and your other relationships. When you can stand in yourself spiritually and, pull that arrow back and direct it to where you want, where your spirituality is balanced. So what I'm sensing is maybe some of you have some psychic awakening in meditation. Meditation is very important for Sagittarians right now. Your mind may be starting to become a little clearer. I feel like in the past you have been suffering from some confusions. That has been some awakening with your third eye, with psychic awakening. I feel like your vibration is raising, Sagittarians, and you are having some spiritual awakenings. So I do sense that is what's going to bring you in the correct relationships, okay? All right, Capricorns. I need a little drink here. Just a second. I'm talking a lot. All right. Capricorns. Of course, guys, this is a general reading, so for those of Sagittarians who are going to hear this, the most important message will come out. So for Capricorn now, moving into Capricorns, we have the energy of union. I am sensing energy of marriage. I'm going to tell you, I feel those of you who are attached will be moving into the energy of marriage. This is transformational for you, Capricorns, and I feel like a lot of you are fearing this right now. But I want you to know that this feels very divinely guided. Wow. Just a second. Okay. Two worlds. Yep. Look at, I feel you guys are very divided. I feel like this is divinely guided energy. You guys are moving into the energy of committed relationships, marriage, very strong family unions. I feel like you have been there before and you're terrified, but this is what you must do. The energy of this relationship is standing the test of time. That's why you are moving forward with it, even though you're scared. I feel that. So if you're not moving into marriage, if you're not with someone, I would kind of be surprised, you Capricorns, who I'm talking to right now. You will be meeting someone very soon if that's the case, but if you are in a relationship, I'm sensing that that is the person that you are supposed to be. Look at this, Hierophant. Kidding me? You guys are moving into it. Marriage. Oh, I keep dropping everything. Sorry, guys. You guys are definitely moving into marriage, committed relationships, spiritual unions. This is spiritually guided for you at this time. The two worlds are coming together at this time. Union of two worlds. That's amazing. And I feel when you guys do this, the passion of your relationship is coming in much stronger. I feel like they adore you and you adore them. I feel that you trust the person you're with. You're able to turn your back and know that they got your back. That's what I'm sensing. That's really amazing, Capricorn. I like that. That's a good reading. That feels good. You know that? I feel like it feels scary, but it's exciting scary, you know? And so, well, those single Capricorns, you got something to look forward to, that's for sure. And I mean, like, you know, you hear a lot of people that are really afraid of relationships, but everybody desires it all at the same time. We're so weird, right? Humans, we're like, we don't want that. People are afraid of that. I don't know, because you know, like, that's because people don't really know themselves. They don't really trust themselves, and we're learning to do that. So as you go along and experience these different relationships, these are karmic connections. There's another thing I want to say about this, and for some reason this is coming in here before the energy of Aquarius's reading, maybe because it's the Aquarius energy that we're pulling in. But committed relationships are the energy that people will be feeling now. In the past, people have wanted to experiment a lot and have a bunch of different relationships, and the energy is because in past lives, all the souls on the planet that have ever lived through time, we're finishing a globe cycle, so we're all moving through things together. So all of the people that need to contend with karmically before we move into the next cycle are on the earth right now. That's why there's so many people on the earth right now, because all the lives that people have lived are all here now. They have to finish it. And so things that have gone on in the past, if you're not finishing it, I'm going to tell you, you're pulling it into another 12-year cycle for yourselves, and that would suck. I'm going to tell you, because a lot of people that I talk to, their love lives have sucked. Some of them have had good, and they're moving through it. They've worked through it very early on in that earlier 12-year cycle, but right now we're starting another one. If you don't finish it by next year, you're going to be stuck in that cycle, man. I mean, you're probably already feeling that if you haven't moved on from the things that you need to contend with. But at the same time, be patient with yourself. And if you're working through things, then just go slowly and keep doing that, okay? But if you're not working on things and things aren't happy in your life, well, guess what? Get off your butt and start doing it. And that's what the guides are seriously saying here. There's no more messing around, because if they're not strict with you here and telling you the way things are about what's coming in, you're not going to get the goodies that they want to bring you, these angels. And so, like, you know, karma is karma. We have to deal with it one way or another. And that's why this guidance is here, so we can maneuver and shift through that with ease. And it is easy if you listen to your own guidance. You may hear, you know, channeling or being a medium or a psychic. It's a beautiful gift to have for other people, but because it comes out of my mouth, maybe it's going to spark something in you to listen to your own spirit. So, that's why I do what I do. So I want you to really, I mean, this may not be for you this time around, this reading, but if it is, great. Just take it in and sit with what I tell you, and try to work with what the angels are truly trying to tell you. I'm not taking double cards. I keep getting repeated cards through these messages here. The Self, another repeated card. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to keep shuffling because I want Aquarius to have different cards. I'm like fighting with the cards. Stop giving me the same cards. All right, Aquarius, what's going on here? Ice Queen. All right, so you may be concealing some emotional energy right now. So, you know, I feel like, Aquarius, that the energy that I'm pulling down here is a little bit interesting. I feel like you're being cold towards something because you must. I feel like there's wisdom within pulling your emotional energy back right now, and detachment from a situation. I feel like a lot of wisdom has come in, and I feel like you may be psychically having a lot of flow come into you right now. Have a psychic awareness of some situation, and the situation is Archangel Gabriel. So you may have some shadows come up. Like you may be feeling like, why are you thinking this negative thought? Why are you feeling like this? And then you like switch it around quickly, I feel. So through this Mercury retrograde, you may have been contending with a lot of negative thoughts, but you're starting to cut off those negative thoughts and not allow that cycle to continue. So that is amazing, because that is really tough. When you have a thought pattern go through your mind, and and it is like a shadow thought, like a negative thought, you're like, hey, I'm recognizing that I'm constantly thinking about this. I'm pulling it out, and I'm not going to think like that anymore. Okay, so you're freezing that negative energy. That's amazing. That's hard to do. Look at, you've made a conscious decision to freeze old negative energies coming at you. So let's see here what the romance angels, whoop, one flipped around there, where'd it go? Forgiving and learning. So you may have had something going on here that has stung you in the past, but I feel like your relationship feels to me smooth. It feels like there's healing. There's obviously this forgiveness and healing situation going on, and you're learning how to work with the person you're with on a deeper level. I feel like there's very deep love here, and some of your shadow has come out in this past year, but you recognize it. You know, I feel like Aquarius, that you've had dualities come out in this last year that I feel like you wanted to be nurtured, and I feel like that didn't happen. And so now I feel like you get the nurturing that you want. I feel like, though, that this comes in after the Mercury retrograde. So probably around the last week of the month. Okay, I feel like this nurturing energy starts to slowly come in, and also I'm feeling like your partner may need some nurturing as well. I feel like they may need some nurturing as well. More so your partner needs it than you, but I also feel like you need it very strongly. And I feel like you kind of give it to each other. I feel like there's like a real balance there with that. Okay, so Pisces, let's see what you guys are contending with. All right. Things flying around. So I feel like you guys are dealing here with, there is sort of an aggressive energy coming in. I feel like a mastery of projective energy. I feel like you're going after what you want. You want a specific thing. I feel like you're cutting off ties, Pisces, with something in the past that you have has caused you a lot of turmoil. Uriel and the Sphinx. Okay, so this is about divine union. Okay, this is about soulmate energy. I feel like you have been guided. I feel like, I feel like something has stood in your way, Pisces, for a long time. I feel like this is divinely guided, that you are contending with this and putting this aside now. And I feel like, this is karmically a karmic relationship that you're contending with. And I feel like you're calling in soulmate energy, and you're going after it. Pisces, you're going after soulmate energy. You're hearing the call. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. You guys have divine union coming in for you. These are incredible cards. You're moving forward into that, Pisces. That's so beautiful. I'm so happy for you. Look at that. And I don't know why I'm getting this, but I feel like these cards are all turned around. I feel like you guys may be there may be two dogs in your life suddenly. I'm not sure what that's about, but that's interesting. Okay, so we have a soulmate. Oh my gosh, look at a couple cards popped out, but I feel like that's contending with the past stuff. I feel like if you have contended with past stuff, deception's out of your way, and you have soulmate energy coming in. You know what? Finally, because look at, I'll tell you, this other card popped around like this, but it's hidden. So, and in the past, Pisces, you guys have been dealing with a lot of deception through the self. I feel like you've been deceiving yourself, and somebody also has been deceiving you in past relationships. But I feel also that maybe you guys have done some deceiving, but at the same time, now you're stopping that energy and you have contended with it, and soulmate energy is coming in. I'm feeling like very healthy, good. Look at this. This is beautiful, guys. Soulmate energy coming in with a ton of passion that that this is feeling like, yes, the person that you're contending with now is soulmate energy. This is beautiful. Look at this. I'm going to hold all these cards up for you, Pisces, because this is very beautiful energy. I'm glad for you. Okay, so now we're going to move on into individual. I'm going to let you guys ask questions. And see what's going on for you. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is let you guys think about it for a minute, what you guys want to know, and if you want to just, if you want an individual reading, me to pull a card for you, I will do so. Actually, I think I'm going to use the Romance Angels cards, and just think about your question. If you want, you can put your question in, write it in, but for the most part, you guys can think about your question if you don't want to ask it in public, and I'll do my best to answer it through the Romance Angels, okay? I mean, I can use other cards too if you want, but I feel like this is mainly about love, so that's why I'm doing that. All right, so who would like to go ask a question? You guys can just put in the comments if you want to. If not, then I'll just do a collective reading for everybody. Okay. All right, Caitlin, let's just see what the Romance Angels have to say for you. Children popped out, flew out of the room. All right, so I'll go with Caitlin first, and I'll get to you, Jody, after. Okay, so children are that's what you're contending with right now. So when you are around children and the affection of children, I feel like speaking with children, communicating with children is really important for the next few days, especially. I feel like this is coming in very strongly for you. So we may have spoke about this earlier, and I feel like at this time, this is exactly what is coming in for you. So if you've had any doubts about that, don't. That's what's going on. I'm going to pull one more card because I feel like that is a continuation, sort of confirmation about what we were talking about earlier. Oh, look at, haha. So you might want, this might bring in a lot of passion within your romantic relationship as well right now. So I feel like both of you communicating with your child is really, really important right now for you, okay? So that's the message I get for you. Listening to binaural beats, meditation music, that kind of thing is important for you, okay? All right, so that's really great. Okay, so Jody Lynn, I'm going to pull a card for you for the Romance Angels. So just relax and think about what you want to, there you go, okay, trust, ha. Okay, so, I feel like at this time you may be contending with that you don't know what you want in your life. So I feel like you have to sit and think about what you want. I feel like when you trust yourself, then others can trust. I also feel like you've had trust issues with people in the past, have not treated you very well in relationships. So I feel like setting boundaries is really important for you. If there's something you don't like in a relationship, you're going to start to speak up. I feel very strongly about this, that you're going to start to say, listen, I don't like this, or this makes me feel like that, or that makes me feel like this. When you do that, I feel like you're very nervous to do that at first, but when you start to do that, I feel like you might be really shaky when you do this and think, oh my God, this is going to ruin relationships. And when you do it, the other person may, obviously not like what you have to say, but I feel like they're going to trust your truth, and they're going to start to, because you know your truth and you're speaking your truth, they're going to see that very clearly. And so they may not see that when you first are with them, because you get wishy-washy. That's the energy that I'm feeling, and it's not anything that's negative. It's only it's overly appeasing is what I'm sensing, and that has been conditioned into you is what I'm feeling. And so what this card is telling me is that you have to learn to trust your own feelings, that you're worthy of being content as well as with the person that you want to give things to. And I feel like you give a lot. Maybe you give too much. And so, really saying, hey, like this makes me uncomfortable, or I don't know how I feel about that, or whatever. So that seems to me really important. And I also feel like if you are seeing things that are untrustworthy in a partner, you have to start saying, or you have to recognize it, and you have to pull yourself away from those kinds of relationships. So that's what I'm getting there for you. I hope that was helpful for you. All right, so sorry, I'm just going to touch this thing here for a minute so I can see where I'm on my comments. All right, what do you see, Tammy, now? What do you see for my future? Oh, I guess it would help if I shuffled all the cards, right? Ha! Wedding. You got 2 cards here, actually. I'm going to take them. Letting go. So this came in inverted, letting go of control issues. So I feel like you have done this. I feel like that a relationship, committed relationship is coming in for you. I feel like, yes, it will go towards wedding. And if you are already not married, I feel like if you are married, then the control issues are being contended with. I don't know if you're married or not, but I feel like if you are, then you have let go of control issues, or this has been something that you've had to contend with in the past. And so now you also are laying down boundaries, just like in the person before me. I feel like you're laying boundaries within these committed relationships. It's very important for you to do that. I also feel, I'm going to say something here too. I feel like in the past you have loved more, and even now I'm going to say that you have loved more, that you've loved the person more than they've loved you. I feel like the persons that you were with in the past have not been, they're committed, but it's like I feel like there's been lack of passion. And so, I feel like because they're too controlling. Maybe they were controlling you. So it could have gone vice versa. So I feel like that is what it is that you're working with, is letting go of that kind of thing, and letting go of people who are doing that to you as well. I don't feel like you're going to accept this energy in your life. And if you're the one that is doing that in your own life, or trying to control things that's going on, I feel like you now are learning that that's not going to get you the happiness. When you look at this card, this woman's looking at the man's looking away. So like there's not a balance. It doesn't feel balanced, but yet it's still an energy that is being desired. That commitment is being desired, is what I'm sensing coming in right now. But I feel like you're letting go of it. I feel like if you're single and you want to be in a relationship, that you're letting go of the idea that maybe you have been letting go of someone that you have had obsessive thoughts about as well. So there's a few things that I'm picking up on there. But I do feel like your situation is involving a committed relationship. So whether you're moving towards that or moving out of one, it is what you're supposed to be doing right now. If you're moving out of that, you're letting go of this. If you have been attached and you're separating, I'm sensing that you're supposed to be doing that. And it may not be something that you wanted, but I feel like it's something that's going to benefit you in the long run. And if you keep going back and thinking about it, I feel like you're going to see in the long run that it's the best thing for you. And you will move. You will go into, I feel, marriage in the future. I don't feel like it's coming in at any time soon, but I feel like it's coming in for you. So just be patient with yourself. Okay. So, okay, hang on a second. Sorry. I'm on Carrie. I'll have to scroll down in a minute. I'm not seeing all the things, so I'll get down in time to the different things. So, Carrie. Forgiving and learning. And new love. I'm going to just take it. The bottom of the deck was new love. That card fell first, and so that's why I took it. So you are working with the energies of forgiving and learning. I feel like, I'm going to tell you what I feel. I feel like here that you have had a lot of negative self-talk concerning love. I feel like you blame yourself for things when they go wrong within relationships, and I feel like you need to let go of that energy within new love coming in for you. If you have not started a new relationship, this is definitely coming in for you. So contenting with forgiving and learning. If somebody has done you wrong, definitely release that, and it is a time that you are definitely experiencing that. Someone may come back to you that has done you wrong, and may try to present new love towards you to heal that. Okay, so I feel like maybe this Mercury retrograde that you may be contenting with that. Also, if it's not that, this is a new love that you're starting. So I would suggest that maybe waiting until after the Mercury retrograde to start committed relationships. So if you've just met someone, it's maybe something that, you know, you want to delve into a little bit deeper after a week or so. Is a good time for you to be like saying, okay, let's go here, let's go there, and see how that is for you. But it does feel new, it does feel good, and it feels progressive. Okay, so you've been contending with a lot of I feel like there's like I also feel like people have blamed you for things that you've taken on that are not your issue. So you have to release that and learn. And also, I feel like you have forgiven some other people for blaming you in the wrong way as well. So that seems to be an important issue for you within your love life right now. Okay, so I'm gonna just go. Okay, good, Caitlin. That's good. I'm glad that that's confirmation for you. Okay, so does anybody else want a card pulled for them who has just joined? And if there's anybody else who I have done a reading for, like just recently, if you want anything else for clarification, because I don't know you guys from Adam, so I mean, I don't know if you're with people or not, and if it's good for you, then great. But if you want more clarification, I'll be happy to do that. I'll stay for a little bit. I'm in the mood for it tonight. So if not, what I'll do right now then is do a collective reading for everybody and tie this all together, what we're all working with in a group, for whoever's going to be watching this reading. The most important message for people to be hearing right now is new love. Hey, everybody likes new love. I want to pull one more card here, a couple more cards actually. Past life relationships, new love. That's exciting. Heart-to-heart conversations. So in the next few days, I am sensing strongly that people will be having a lot of communication. There will be past loves coming in. There will be new loves coming in. I do feel that connections from past lives, as I talked about before, going into this Aquarian age, we are contending with karmic relationships. As these karmic relationships tie together, we're able to move forward strongly into the Aquarian age and set that base energy for correct relationships coming in. So, what does a correct relationship mean? Let's see here what the cards are telling us. What these correct relationships on these levels we'll be working with. All right. So heart-to-heart conversations. I feel here. I feel here heart-to-heart conversations about finances is really important. Conversations about passion, about what you want within your sexual energies. I feel like true honesty coming through is really important for everybody right now. I feel like there is a lot of that going on within. I feel like a lot of bedroom talk, a lot of like pillow talk, that kind of thing I'm feeling. But now listen to me, I'm feeling like, listen, that people aren't stringing you along. So if you guys are with people that are just, you know, playing games with you, I feel like you're like not contented with that. You're no longer willing to do that with people. You want heart-to-heart conversations. Even if you're not in a committed relationship, let's just say you're just having someone for companionship. I feel like even then you have these deep heart-to-heart conversations. These are past life karmic connections that you're contending with. And if it's not growing into a good, you know, like solid committed relationships, and you're dealing with people who are like here and there, I am sensing this, that there's past life stuff that you got to work with. And within this, there is nurturing, okay? And with when you're doing that, when you're being honest with people and you're contending with what's happening on the love life situation when you're not in committed relationships, I feel like karmically you heal that past life. This is your chance to heal that. Now that doesn't mean you have to stay in it. You obviously have to move past this energy. If you contend with just staying in that past life relationship, this new life is not and new love is not going to come in. And I do sense that this is, look, we have the Ten of Swords coming in and new love. So cutting off old energy is so important for you guys to move into new love. I feel like I'm not just, you know, not just new loves, but like I feel like if you are in a committed relationship, you have to move into a new energy all the time. You have to put energy into it. If you have a fire, okay, and you just stoke it up and you let it burn and you have all that passion and you enjoy it and you're sitting around it and you're feeling the warmth and you're doing this and you're doing that around it, if you don't stoke that fire, it's not going to stay burning. It's not going to keep you warm. Those embers will burn down and die. So you must cut out that old energy and the past things that are going on within the mind. And it's in the mind that the energy feeds that relationship in the subconscious. So if you're having thoughts and not expressing it, then that can't come through here, okay? So you have to be able to cut those things off to put the new things forward. And the heart-to-heart conversations about these things are important. So that's what I'm getting for you guys this evening. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope that you join me again sometime soon. I have a whole bunch of different times. So I'm in Canada and I'm in Ontario. So on my time zone on Friday is my next live show at 4 p.m. It's Char and Gab. And I'm not sure what it's going to be entailing yet, but I do hope that you guys join me. I'll think of something and I'll give you a little notice ahead of time about that. And I'm not sure also, I may be doing a few other live things coming up this week, so I'm not exactly sure when that's going to be, but I'll let you guys all know, okay? So thanks again for joining me. I hope you guys had some good information headed for you from the angels and that work with me, and we'll see you again, okay? Bye for now.